Hello and welcome to Magical Marker, a game of Dungeons and Dragons and drawings. We're a bunch of cartoonists and illustrators who won't just be playing the game, but doodling what happens along the way. It's a PG-13 story of teens and tweens on their first big adventure on their own. Let's introduce our cast. Please introduce yourself, your character's name, your age, and your class. Let's start with Boya.
Hello, I am Boya. I'm playing character named Bug, and he is a bugbear warlock, and he's 12 years old. Yeah.
And Priscilla.
Hi, I'm Priscilla. I play Ispuriel, who is a 17-year-old half-elf bard.
Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I play Zip. She is a drow fighter, and she's 16 years old.
Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Swell. He's a 15-year-old Water Ganassi cleric. Yeah.
And I'm your Dungeon Mancer, Brian. I'm currently running the party's NPC companion Sutran, a magically animated severed hand of a spellcaster from decades ago who is searching for her other hand so she can magic herself back a body. The teen travelers have found themselves in the middle of the volcanic Fire Song Island. After tombs, traps, mazes, monsters, animated armor, and a gelatinous gem, they have new purpose and direction. Knowing their masters have been trapped inside a giant tri-titan, they plan to make their way to Bright Palm Island to find one of the other Titan toddlers, Britta Brushwand, in hopes that she might be able to help free her old companions. The party wake up from a sound night's sleep in the village of Phantom Wall, ready to begin their trek northward to the village of Thunderroot, where they may have a very spooky pre-Halloween adventure. Or maybe not, I don't know. Depends on how it goes. Is there anything anybody wants to do before they leave the village? You're greeted with, the tougher, gruffer members of the group. There was Slow-Moving Storm, Twin Cleaving Blades, and Whispering Axe, the three tabaxi. They're, happy to see you off. They've made you breakfast and, have packed some food for Boxy to give you on the road, and have made you coffee if anybody wants to drink it.
Swell will have some. Oh, Priscilla, you're muted.
Is coffee a widespread thing?
It is in the tropical Rainbow Archipelago, and then it would be among fancier upper class places like the Basilica Kingdom where you're from. So you would have definitely heard of it. You would have been able to partake in it. It wouldn't necessarily be something you did every day unless you're like splurging.
Kind of the beginning of the coffee shop scene.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Any business anybody wants to take care of in the town before you start heading off on your way north?
Just to say goodbye to our new friends. Is Stinging Nettle still around? Or has she left already?
She's probably sleeping. She was up late discussing plans with some of the other tabaxi.
Okay. I'm gonna leave a little package for her and just ask Whispering Axe, I guess, can you give this to the Nettle when she wakes up? Tell her we said goodbye and hope she gets where she needs to go.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, okay, that's it. But yeah, I don't know what else.
Did I believe Swell had something he wanted to give to people in the morning.
Oh yeah. So I stayed up a little bit late. Everyone, I made these for you all. I don't know if you have one already, but you can wear this like on your wrist or like on your arm, like mine. And I point to the one on my arm. It's like a friendship bracelet. I give one to Bug, and it's all like multicolored. I say, I saw you like those oozes that we had that you drank. So there's all different colors on this one. This one's for you. You can, you know, I didn't get the size right, but we can figure that out. It's okay. You can, yeah, here you go. I'll give you a friendship bracelet.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Wow, I'm very excited to see this colorful bracelet. Put it on
Basically,
immediately.
Yeah, it's whatever colors you think would aesthetically
My new
look best
jewelry.
on Bug. I give one to Isubriel, and it's just gold, like yellow, with a little bit of white in there as well. And I'm like, you like fancy things, but I didn't have any metal, so I made it look like it was metals. And I found some nice rocks and stuff too, so that, you know, it looks nice. This one, and I hand one to Isubriel. There, I hope it. Yeah, here you go.
It does match my outfit. You have an eye for color.
Thank you. Thanks. For you, Zip, this one's for you. It's the colors I chose are the blue to try and match your skin, the white to try and match your hair, and the red is because you're angry all the time. So,
Thanks. But I'm not angry all the time.
I mean, that's fair. But it's meant to represent, I guess, your passion and rage. And not sorry, rage is the wrong thing to say. Oh man. Anyway, here you go, and I'll hand it out.
Seems pretty accurate to me, but
And the whole process takes about like a minute or two, and he's super awkward the whole time, mumbling and stumbling over his words.
Does this have magic powers?
Yeah. The power of friendship. Got that magic in it.
Wow.
by which you mean not magic at all, but
I mean,
emotion. Also,
it's not magic in that sense, but I don't want to say. I was about to say friendship is magic, but I don't want to get
Copyright
sued.
strike!
Yeah.
I think they'd be happy to have people spreading that message. It's a positive message.
Okay. Then I'll say, but friendship is magic. And Boxy, I didn't make one for you because I didn't know where to attach it. You don't have any arms or anything. So.
and maybe we can make him an earring. Give him a piercing.
Would that hurt him? Is that his
Yeah,
skin?
here,
So
let me do it. I'll pull like my dagger out and I'll go to like puncture Boxy's.
As you go to do that, a little ear goes and pops out the side of Boxy,
Wait,
So
it
to
has-
look for like,
and it has a
A
little
little-
hole in it.
oh, that's already comes pre-pierced.
oh wow. Hold on. Wait. That ear wasn't there before. Wait, hold on. Man. But can Boxy do other cool tricks?
What do you mean? Tricks?
Like that ear. And I'll point directly at the ear that everyone's already looking at. Say, it just popped out.
That wasn't there before?
No.
I don't know. Boxy is full of mystery. I learn a new thing about him every day.
And I'll get a little loop
I think
of
at this point I have come to not be surprised by anything this box does. For all I know, he could turn into a giant automaton.
Where
And it
did
would
Boxy
just-
come from?
I'm gonna get a little bit of twine and thread it through the hole in Boxy's ear, question mark, and then tie it off so he's got a little loop of like red string through his ear now.
Which
And the list
ear
of
are you-
contents that Boxy has. Ear? Question mark?
Yeah.
He's got a left ear and a right ear. Which ear do you want to put it through?
Oh, I'm gonna put one on both.
Oh, okay. And is it like a tight little ring, or is it like a dangly thing? Like, what is it?
Oh, this is just a placeholder.
that?
Yeah. This is just a
Like,
placeholder, Boxy. I'll do something better for you. But for now, yeah, it's just like a little sleeper ring.
Oxy smiles big.
Yeah. You're a handsome box, aren't you? That's me.
All right. So with the friendship bracelets dispensed, the heroes are on their way. You'll be traveling through the forests, the rainforest, traveling north until you reach a T-junction, at which point you're supposed to turn right and continue, and that should take you where you need to go, according to Whispering Axe. Who's going to lead the party doing survival checks, or if you don't want to be doing survival checks, what other sort of preparations are you doing for traveling? And also, what's your speed? Are you going regular speed, faster speed, slower speed?
We'll go
This
up
isn't
front.
particularly important, but before we leave, I'm going to leave a little poem for Stinging Nettle.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to leave a little poem for Stinging Nettle, and then one for the general residents, one for the family of Whispering Axe, and then one for the other residents of the town of Phantom Wall. I will probably write it out. It's like a little limerick, basically.
Okay. Cool.
That's it. The one to the residents of Phantom Wall is kind of insulting.
Okay. Caitlin, were you saying something about what you wanted to do as far as planning to go forward on a trip?
Oh, just that I would go up front and do the survival checks.
Is everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And speed-wise, are you going to go fast and more likely to run into stuff blindly, but also skip past stuff, or slow and more likely to run into things, but get the jump on them, or just regular speed?
Probably just regular speed.
Okay. Then give me a survival check. Is anybody helping?
I mean, as much as I can.
All right.
Be on the lookout.
Then you may have advantage.
15.
15. You see some more of those ones that are going to burn your legs if you touch them, those flowers that you saw when you were first in the jungle, and you're able to avoid them. And you're also able to avoid some other hazards that you are more familiar with from some of the islands that you've visited and live on in the Rainbow Archipelago. And you're able to point them out and even be like, I don't know if you want to, but it seems like in Zip's character, be like, oh, you're going to watch out for those, and like explain why those particular plants are particularly nasty. They're ones that like have jaws that will, like a Venus flytrap that will come close and pinch you and put poison in your arm and let go, and then you'll sort of wander around and fall down, and then they send roots out to grab you and pull you back. Am I right about what Zip would do? Or does Zip treat them differently? Does she want to let other people bump into them? Or what's going on here?
No, she'll let the others know.
Okay.
She'll share her knowledge.
So that takes you.
Trees.
That'll take you guys till lunch. You guys have a break for lunch. You've been walking for a while. Boxy pops some of the food that was prepared for you guys out, and you're able to eat. And then I'm going to ask for another set of checks for the afternoon. So another, if you're going to maintain the same speed, we'll do another check at advantage.
$18.
18. Yeah, no problems. You are able to take the party. What you had gone downhill a little bit, and now you're starting to go back uphill. You're headed, as you can see, that the landscape is hilly here. rather than being like maybe another volcano or mountain. But definitely you're going back up a hill now. But that's the way the path wends. It joins up with another path that probably would have come from the first town that you came to, the Thornwall, the one that had the maze around the outside.
Are we heading back in that direction?
No, that the path from Thornwall would meet up with your path, so that either one could continue on. And so you head on towards this new place that you want to explore. As you guys break the tree line, you look up the hill to a 20-foot tall wall of logs with spikes on the top, protecting the town of Thunderroot. The path just, it winds up and it's pretty wide, and there's no trees. You can see a lot of the stuff has been cut down, probably turned into the wall of wood that guards the outside of it. And then it also, it meets like the rocky foundation where it would be incredibly hard for anything other than like a mountain goat to climb up and get on the other side of it. Very cliff-like rocky edges on the sides, either side of the wooden wall that is built there.
Did they tell us, the Phantom Wall residents tell us anything about this this town?
They told you it was a mining city or a mining village.
But they're mostly
people here were friendly.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Is
that's
this where we get boats?
Yeah,
Is it?
do we come
If-
here?
There will be no boats here, but this will be a safe path towards another town that does have boats on the
So we have to go
edge.
through it?
I mean, you could go around it, or you could pick a different path, but you were asking for the fastest, easiest, safest path.
Oh.
And is it getting like late in the day by
Yes.
by the time we get there? Like we'd want to stop anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you've walked for 7 hours. You were able to actually find some shortcuts with your 18, where you're like, oh, hey, look, I can see that we can avoid that area and just cut through the jungle here, and it'll be a little bit faster. I can tell the way that this is sloping, it'll be easier to go around. And yeah, you made great time. And you found like just a spring in your step, thinking about how you guys have leveled up. Like, that you're feeling more juice, you're feeling more energy within yourselves. You have that extra reservoir that you didn't know that you had before, and you can all literally feel that coursing through your veins at moments throughout the day.
Okay.
Is there like a entrance to the city?
Yes, there's a large door that's a little bit ajar, and over top of that is a box that probably has people inside of it. They have those sort of windows that open up like this, so they can fire arrows or crossbow bolts
okay.
down on people coming up and then close up.
I see. I was like, why are people in the box? Are they
It's
captured
comfortable.
They've been bad.
on top of the gate? I'm like imagining. Okay.
Like a
So
guard
it's like
house.
they're guarding the gate,
Yeah, like
right.
a guard tower.
and it's like nighttime already.
The sun sets pretty late here, so it's getting close to. You guys started off fairly early in the morning, so it's probably only like maybe 3 in the afternoon.
Okay. So yeah, look, the big city. We should let's go inside.
Now, 2 nights in a row in civilization. So this is a real streak for us. And I'll step forward and kind of wave at the guardhouse and say, "Ahoy, the town of Thunderwood!"
You hear, as you're getting closer, you can actually hear somebody singing a song from one of the guard towers, and they stop singing and they look up and like, oh, hey, kids. Whoa, this is interesting. What are y'all doing here?
Seeking safe passage through to the town of whatever the town was that we're looking toward.
I think it was Rum something. I think Rum Rumble.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
we had them.
To the town of Rum Rumble. But we seek a place to stay for the night to rest, and then we'll be on our way in the morning.
Oh yeah, y'all can come in, no problem. And you can see there's a dwarf there, and dwarves in the world of Haelon have really bright colored hairs that are like sort of the colors of gems and stones. Like there's pink and purple and yellow, not like blonde, but like yellow, the kind of colors you get in Manic Panic. And this dwarf has like bright orange hair, and she says, "Oh yeah, come on in. You're welcome to find a place. There's a tavern you can stay. We get plenty of merchants coming through here, so there's room."
Boreal smiles and seems a bit of a pep in the step as like a tavern. People, this is finally his kind of place. He says, "Oh, that sounds wonderful. What sort of what would you recommend is the finest place in town?"
Well, they're really, unless you're staying with some person in town, if you know of somebody that they might let you stay in their house. But the only place for public people to stay is the Manatap Tavern.
Oh.
Manatap.
Hope, but the Manatap Tavern sounds good. Yes. And which way is that?
Oh, you can't miss it. It's got a big sign out front. It's down around ground level.
Thank you so much, my good dwarf. And perhaps we will see you about.
Okay. You mind if I ask where you're heading from? It's not often we get a group of teenagers just wandering through the jungle.
Everyone always seems so. I mean, I know that I am remarkable, but everyone seems so amazed by this.
You're not the only one here.
We've come from Phantom Wall, ma'am. Just yeah. We stopped there for a couple of days and what was the town before that? It was Minotaur.
Thornwall.
And Thornwall as well. Does she say anything to that?
Okay. What y'all doing out there? Visiting ghosts and mazes?
Much. Yes, that is really what it ended up being. Alas.
Just like a little vacation, I guess.
Oh, you're one of them. You're like on a gap year?
Yeah. Yeah. Just seeing the sights, Yeah.
All right, well. Enjoy your stay in town then. Safe travels to you.
Thank you.
You can see that there's a lizard man at the other flap looking out and has just been silent through this whole exchange. Just has like a crossbow just sitting there. Not aimed at you, but like down at the ground, just watching.
Did she believe my lie? I went on a gap year.
Would you like to make a deception check? Maybe she's playing along. Or do you want to make a deception check and then I guess an insight check to read her afterwards?
Okay. Okay, 12. 12 deception.
Okay, and then the insight?
23.
23. Yeah, you don't think she believes you.
Okay. I'm going to turn a little bit red, or whatever color Water Ganassi would turn, so slightly violet,
Purple?
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
I drew red.
You guys pass through the door and you see, looking down into a town that has been mined out. So it's got levels that spin around like a cyclone looking down. Why is it never the right size? I always think I have it the right size and it's not the right size. The image I posted in there. I will describe it further with words and get to a picture in a second. So it spirals down, and you can see that there are some homes that have been dug into the side the mountainside, and those have triangular doorways usually, which you would know as a common frame that shape that dwarves like to use. So the dwarves might live in that area. You see that the people roaming about are lizard men and women, Wanty snake people, and a few goblins, and also what's the other race that's here? And Tabaxi. And those are the main races that you see here. And as you look down, you can see some extremely bright colored plants growing. And you can see that there are big, like, vats where they're dyeing. They pulled the color out so that they can dye fabric, and they're in the process of dyeing clothes. And some of them are the exact cyan that Isubriel has in his outfit.
Okay.
I'm immediately fascinated, and I wander over to stare.
Okay. That'll wind down to the very bottom. There's also a giant opening where the cave entrance is. Like there's a giant cave entrance that is where a railroad track of mining carts would come out from. You don't see any mining carts right now, but you can also see it set up so that there are there's the buildings that would be working perhaps as warehouses, holding things that they have mined, little stations throughout where people seem to be repairing mine carts, things like that. Is another part of what you're seeing when you look down.
Question for Brian. How do triangular doors open?
They don't have doors, a lot of them, but so, like they're like an open way, like they've carved in, and then have like curtains hanging down and stuff. Because it's tropical, so you want that breeze coming in. But yeah, I guess
I was really trying to
I
puzzle
guess a
out
door
how
would
triangular doors
a triangular door. Maybe it would be if you split it in two and open it up that way.
Maybe it kind of, yeah, it doesn't like open out, it kind of like swivels up.
Right.
Like almost like a sci-fi door-ish thing.
Like a Lamborghini.
Or maybe it just like
Yeah.
slides.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. Like
sliding
it
door,
would just slide
perhaps.
open.
I'm happy with any of those suggestions. What is the image size? I should be pasting in.
1920 by 1080.
Can you not resize it after you paste it in?
No, the art program that we use.
With the transform tool.
It gets cut off.
It crops it
Yeah.
Oh, it
immediately.
crops it. Okay, okay. Right, I forgot about that.
I swear I've used it to resize things. Or is it only stuff that you draw in it?
If it's already that size, then you can shrink it. But if it goes outside of the window, it doesn't see the stuff that's outside the window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it only pays attention to the stuff that's like in the center for some reason.
Yeah. Well, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
I can sympathize.
It's browser based, so I don't think it's like amazing, but not terrible.
All right, let's see if this one works. There we go. So this is like lower down. You've already been traveling down for a bit, so this would go up much higher. But you can see that, bright cyan color. You can see that a symbol of the sun eye god there, painted on the side of some of the buildings.
Weirdly, I can't see it in the drawing program, but I can see it on stream.
Oh,
Weird.
I can see it in the drawing program.
I can see it.
Didn't show up
I'm
for
gonna try and
you.
read that.
Maybe you need to refresh.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Is there still a little bit cut off on the edge there? Or is it-
Yeah, maybe I just made it the wrong size.
okay. Okay, so there's mine, and are they plants that they're growing that are all the different colors?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
And so
So are they mining into the side of the volcano?
no, because you went down the side of the volcano and then you're going up another hill.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And this is, nowhere near as tall as the volcano that you were in, but it's still fairly tall, like hundreds of feet.
Okay.
Can I tell what they're mining out of it? Is it a metal or gemstones?
You cannot see any sort of current mine activity right now. Everybody seems to be more active in the dyeing, not dyeing, but coloration of fabric.
Yeah.
Are the dwarves wearing colorful clothing, or are they just making it?
Some of them are, like a lot of the other people are. The dwarves don't seem to wear them as much, perhaps because they would clash with their hair. Some don't seem to care. They enjoy the bright colors with their bright hair, but they seem to wear more muted tones, you notice. But the Wanti and the Tabaxi and the lizard people are wearing bright colors. So you make your way down to the bottom. Izubriel, you wanted to ask around about the dyes that they were doing.
I'm just curious about the process a little bit. Also, how much some of this cloth costs.
So do you want to role play it, or do you just want me to give you some gathering information, sort of like we do a roll and I give you some info?
Yeah, just a quick
Okay.
info. I don't need to take up too much time with it.
You can give me like persuasion, I guess, or performance, whatever you want to try and do to get your information.
That is 22.
Right, too. They're very happy to talk to you. They're excited to see somebody wearing their colors, and they tell you basically that the Vasilic Kingdom used to get them to mine gems here, but since they've dwindled in size and in power, they haven't been exporting those and haven't really needed the gemstones as much. But the fabric dyes seem to be very fashionable, and it's costs less money for their operation to do that, and so they're finding that that's their new way they're making money. And the Vasilic Kingdom, which are mainly the elves, are happy to pay the money to do that. And you actually learn that there's also the dye here from this plant that changes colors. You're watching it and it shifts colors slowly, and they pull that out so that they send that dye. They don't dye the fabric, but they send the dye in vats and like in barrels, so that they can use those to make the clothes that they have that actually have animated images on them. So you would have seen before, I've mentioned how that, like you can have a cape that has like an image. It's almost like an animated GIF of like, a running stag or, a sunset or something like that. And that is where they get that dye from.
Yeah. I would definitely be fascinated and would be interested in. I'm asked around about where I might buy articles of clothing like this, color changing stuff or that sort of thing, and then I show off my cape and all that. And like, oh, it's very fun work you have here.
They don't have anybody in town who works with that. That's something that the elves have developed. If you wanted to buy a certain amount, they would be happy to sell you some so that you could really reduce the cost, which will get jacked up when you get back home or somewhere where there is somebody who can do it. There are other people on the island who can do that, but they mainly they just grow the plants.
Okay. I am happy to purchase like several bowls of raw material then.
All right.
Raw silks and whatnot.
You mark off how much you want to spend, and then I will tell you how much you get.
I would happily drop. Oh dear. Should I do the sensible amount or the insensible amount?
When has a super ever been sensible?
It's sensible sometimes.
How are you
You
gonna
just-
carry all the fabric?
Well, that's what we have Boxy for.
You trust
Boxy is now
Boxy?
his wardrobe, and you know.
You you trust Boxy? Not to
Uh,
spill orange juice on your fabric
So far, he seems to be more
Yeah.
responsible than Bug.
when he.
Um,
Yeah, you trusted him with your slimes.
Yeah, I trust. I mean, I trust Boxy. I'm saying.
Okay. I guess I will. Oh, okay. I will do a reasonable amount then. So like 100 gold.
Right.
How much is it?
For 100 gold, you're getting like
Oh.
a couple of barrels worth.
Mm-hmm.
So like enough to do many pieces of clothing.
Well,
Excellent.
So they're not actually selling the clothing, they're just selling the dye.
They would sell the non-animated ones. So like if you wanted like that hot cyan or day glow green, that kind of stuff, you can buy those.
I'm not actually interested in buying the stuff that slowly shifts color because it does it on its own, right?
The stuff
You were
that
saying.
the plants slowly shift color. The dye itself is what they use to enchant it to make an image. So
Oh, I
they
see.
like
Okay.
use that with another fabric and perhaps some spells. They say it's
Mhm.
they use some sort of magic or enchantment in order to
Mhm.
make the moving image on the fabric.
so
Let's
you
split it
bought
50-50 then? About 50 gold worth of like brightly dyed fabric, and then 50 gold worth of the dye, that color shifting dye.
Yeah, 50 gold of fabric would just be an insane amount. Like that's
Mhm.
like you'd be buying them almost
clear
buying out
out.
what they have there.
the warehouse.
You're buying like
Sounds about right.
Foxy
You're,
effect.
you're starting. You're starting.
I start to like try and hold Boxy open and like shove more down his.
Foxy's like just say like after you get like 4 or 5 like what do they call those
Bolts?
rolls of fabric?
Bolts.
Do they-
Bolts?
Bolts.
Bolt, yes.
Yeah.
So you can get like maybe they'll hold 6 bolts after that. He's like
Okay.
not interested.
Okay. And then I basically get that far. Sorry, you were going to say.
Okay, yeah. So
Oh.
you can with the amount of money that you would spend if you buy 1 barrel of that
Mhm.
stuff, which will have to be divided into smaller casks to put inside Boxy, and 6 bolts of fabric, you would spend 70 gold.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's still a lot of gold. Do they sell the plants that they're growing?
No,
No.
they will not sell the plants.
Can I try to get a cutting?
They have people who are guarding it and paying close attention. So if you wanted to try and do this, it would be some sort of
Like
sneaky
sneaky?
chicanery.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Can I guess I can try. I'll try.
How do you want to go about trying?
There's a. Am I next to it or no?
No, they like if you start walking over close to them, people start walking up to you like, "Hey, how you doing? You want to see some of the flowers? You can see. Please stay back. Keep a distance from them. They need their air and their sun. We don't need any shadows across them right now. Thank you." There's like a
I see.
very condescending dwarf talking to you now. You've had people talk to you like this back in your hometown when you tried to go into places that were too nice for you.
Okay. Oh. I'm like. Yeah, I guess. Okay, never mind. I'll think about it. I'll think about how I can
Okay.
sneak in a cutting.
I think that Zip would be interested in buying some new clothes. I
Okay.
don't know if any of us other than Isburiel have like a spare change of clothes on us?
Oh yeah, I want to buy new clothes too.
Did we ever decide who's? Did we just split it up evenly?
I think you
On
put the
who's
money
carrying
in
the money?
Boxy, other than like some people said, I'm just going to put 10 gold in my pocket or something like.
And
Uh-huh.
Swell like jammed a bunch of coins into my pocket at one point as well.
Did I?
Yeah.
When did I do
To
that?
cheer. I thought to cheer Zip up.
Yeah, when I was having one of my moods.
You're like, look, we got treasure back in that room where you stormed off out of.
That was a long time ago. It was 2 days ago in game.
Let's do this.
Okay. I think
So I'm
that's-
assuming I have at least a handful of coins.
So you can, for, depends, like, are you trying to get something that's like loose and comfortable and like Zip fashion, or are you trying to like get things with like lots of buttons and sewing work?
If they have like those pants that have a lot of belts, definitely getting one of those.
Pants that have a lot of what, sorry?
Belts. Like a Final Fantasy character.
Okay.
Yes. It's gonna be Lulu.
Yeah.
I have not played Final Fantasy, but
Like this. Oh, I'll give you an example.
okay.
Something that has still like high waisted if they have the style, which I'm assuming if we're in the Rainbow Archipelago they would.
You've defined that as the style. I have said that as canon. That high-waisted pants are common here.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna buy some. So they have a fabric, a clothing store.
And so they've got like, you know, fairly loose-fitting garments, but they also have like really fancy, frilly, lots of buttons and stuff gear. So like, what are you trying to look like?
Something cool, like maybe a fancy jacket. And
Like a
pants.
stadium jacket?
Stadium jacket? What is that?
Those ones that like have like a color here and then a different color on the arm, and they've got the color on the rings and like rings on the cuffs, and then on the back there's like they embroider like, you know, a big dragon fighting a peacock or something.
Yeah.
Oh, like
yeah.
a letter jacket kind of thing.
Yeah, kind of like that, but like more like a silk thing.
Let me. Yeah. So, or here, let me draw something. Can
Yeah,
I
you
draw
guys
something?
draw what you want your characters to do on your fashion trip. Swell, are you joining in the fashion?
Yeah. I think his
Isburiel
pants got
will totally.
pretty wrecked when we went through the mud. He might buy.
Isburiel will totally give advice and like make commentary on what they're choosing to buy and be like, oh no, that color does not suit you. How about this cut instead? And then he's also gonna look for some stuff of his own. Just pick up, like,
I will
something
also
local.
say that like Zip will choose the most garish colors that clash with her skin, and you're gonna find them so awful, but she's gonna be like, no, this is perfect.
I say, but why not go for a nice basic black? I imagine it goes so well with the image you'll find the project of this, this tough villain.
I picked
villainous.
like day
Bright
glow
pink.
green,
No.
like tennis ball green or something.
How about using this as an accent instead? You don't want, like, if you're all overwhelming, then it doesn't provide any room for room to breathe. For accents or anything. But yeah, I'm also just gonna shop for something local, like if they wear high-waisted pants, but something like that, but in like a nicer cut or fabric, something that looks fancy. Something that would make me look like I fit in, basically.
They have things that are fancy, loose-fitting in places, but like with extraneous, you know, frills and, you know, like loops and, where you can attach capes and that sort of stuff. And they have. Are those Crocs or running shoes on Bug?
They're like really cool sneakers.
Okay. I don't think they have sneakers.
Well, what do they have? Do they sell shoes?
Yeah, they would have like, pretty durable leather shoes.
Okay, they're leather shoes, but with dyed color.
You know what?
They're like
You know what?
tennis ball green.
If you want to make this canon that there are sneakers in this world, that somebody has used their magic and whatever to develop this, we can do that.
Yeah, running boots.
Running boots. All right,
yeah.
I like that.
But like it's made out of leather. It's the same, but they dye the fabric. And it's soft, I guess. I don't know. They made it spongy. I guess that's where the magic came from.
There's probably we're in the jungle, so they probably have like an equivalent of like rubber trees, where you can get like latex or something.
I want to see if they make latex clothing.
So
I'm definitely going to get some
skin tight latex.
No, I just need latex pants, like very tight fitting latex pants.
So we don't ruin Brian's carefully curated campaign for us by ruining the story. We do it by the clothing we invent and wear. Oh, yeah.
I threw the ball in your court, the Dayglow green tennis ball in your court, and you guys batted around. I don't know if we're going to get to the spooky Halloween part of this. Maybe a post-Halloween.
This is now a shopping episode.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is
this
the
is now
shopping
a
episode
fashion
instead.
episode.
Well, yeah, we had to buy a Halloween costume.
No, you do not know about Halloween in this world.
Oh. Ghost Day.
Like there may be some sort of, Day of the Spirits or something like that, but
It's not.
it's not
Is it going on right now?
Not that you know of. You've not heard of one like that.
Okay, we've bought our clothes. Perhaps we should.
How much is this outfit?
Try and like get some like somewhere to stay tonight, just so we're not sleeping on the streets. What? You might be able to play in it.
Walk around with arms full of new clothing and these shiny material pants that I'm very excited to wear around.
Bug asked the question, how much does my outfit cost?
Right.
And looking at what you would like there, I'm going to say that's 25 gold pieces. No, because you got the running shoes. It's going to be like 40 gold pieces.
Oof.
Okay. Yeah. We have that, right?
So
How much gold do we
everyone
have? Like,
everyone from got 240 golds each and 2 gems, which are each worth 10 gold apiece.
Okay. So
Are you guys holding on to your gems, or did you put the gems in Boxy?
I basically held all of my share of the golden gems. So.
yeah, we would have.
Speaking of gems,
Yeah.
So you
Israel would have tried to actually hold on to all of the gold, but I don't think others would have let him.
So you said
Or I'm
is
not
it
sure,
extra.
anyway.
We got 240 each gold.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was 1,200 gold, 50 platinum, 10 blueberry-sized gems. It's basically just the equivalent of gold each, and that's including Stinging Nettle's share.
Perfect.
wow.
speaking of gems, you discover that they would mine beryl here, Beryl, because it is easily created in this volcanic thing. In fact, sometimes it explodes from the volcano and it rains down beryl. I'm going to say that all of the outfits that you wish to purchase do exist. I'm going to say you have no problem finding somebody who has built something that looks like this. There just happens to be a designer who had, you know, your stuff in mind, because I don't want to stifle your drawing if that's how you want to draw your character. So Swell, you wanted to head to the Manatap Tavern.
Yeah, let's do it. Try and
And
secure
you walk in.
accommodation for the night.
So by the time you guys sort of arrived around 3, but with all this shopping and, you know, inquiring about stuff, it's like the dinner hour now, and the place is packed with people eating and drinking, and, you know, you catch one of the servers' eyes and they say, "Have a seat and we'll be with you in a minute."
Oh,
And just like,
okay.
anywhere you can find a seat, go for it.
Is there a table for the 4.5 of us?
There is not a table. There is seats at the bar, though.
Okay. All right.
I try to slide into the bar, act as if I know what I'm doing. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I've totally done this all before. You know, you just slide into the bar and you like lean casually with one arm and you tap the bar top. This is how you do it, right?
And like the people at the bar are like eating food and drinking at the same time. Like they've got a drink, like maybe a flagon, but they also have like stew or
Right.
you know, chicken or something that they're eating. Because you're here like at the dinner hour. Eventually, the server comes back. She's a Wanti who has like snake eyes, dark brown skin, and sort of but like flecks of scales on it, and sort of like a pattern of diamonds going down, like diamonds like this, not like diamonds like the gem, but like just shaped like that, going down the arm is sort of a pattern. And it's like, okay, what can I get you guys?
Do you have rooms here?
Yes, I thought you might be asking about that. Absolutely.
Your finest room and your finest food and drink.
All right. Is it one room for all of you, or you?
Oh
each
no,
want
no,
your
no,
own
no.
room?
No, each of us, I don't know.
All
Well,
right.
I can have one, the others can have one, so 2.
I'm like frozen. This is too much information.
Hi, yeah, I'd like to get my own room, thanks. I don't want to sleep in a room with a bunch of
Fine.
guys.
3 rooms, 1 for her, 1 for me, one for the other 2.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. It includes breakfast, and it's 5 gold pieces each for each room.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll 5 gold for mine and Bugs and Boxy's room. Okay. And I guess we should eat while we're here as well. Get some food.
She gives you a menu of food that you can order from, and there are drinks listed as well. There's a lot of there's like sweet potato is one of the main things that they cook with. And it grows purple here because of the volcanic ash. They do have some chicken, and they have some rice, and they have the expensive stuff is the wild boar.
How much is that? Is it very
I
expensive?
will happily eat that.
It is 2 gold pieces for the wild boar, and it comes with like vegetables and other things too.
Is it like
Done.
enough for all of us, or is it like
Right.
per person?
Per person.
Okay.
You don't get a whole boar; you get like a serving of.
Okay.
Is there an option where we get the entire boar?
No, they don't have an entire boar left.
All right. I'll order
The option
that.
is you go out and catch it, bring it back, we'll cook it for you.
Where do you catch it? Like outside the city?
Yeah. They're wild boars. We don't have them domesticated here.
Okay.
We got chickens. We got potatoes.
Yeah. Do you have any fish? Any fish stuff?
Don't get a lot of fish here. We get some,
Okay.
but that's closer to you want to be closer to the ocean there.
Oh yeah. No, that's fair. Just some the vegetarian option, please, and thank you.
Yeah, the sweet potato will fill you right up.
Thanks. That
I
sounds
recommend
good.
it.
All right.
And while you guys are eating your food, you can, if you're just getting the vegetarian option, you can mark off 3 silver.
3 silver. Okay.
Yeah.
And 5.
2
5
gold if you're doing.
Right.
No, 5 gold for the room and 2 gold for the boar for the.
Okay.
How many silver is 1 gold?
It's 10 to 1.
Oh, okay.
10 silver is 1 gold. So while you're at the bar, a lizard woman walks up to you. She's like a 3-horned chameleon. And she's like, "Hey, you're new to town.
Was it so?
What are you guys up to?"
Well, visiting and touring. We are very taken by the fine dyes that they have here, and the fine clothes. And I kind of do a gesture to what I assume everyone's wearing their new gear, their new fits.
Yeah, it looks like you're really trying to go native, fit in.
Someone is trying to do something.
Are you guys adventurers? You got weapons with you?
You found us out. Alas. But yes, we are. Do you have any... are you a damsel in distress, perhaps? Or do you have a dude in distress that needs rescuing?
No. But, be happy to hear some of your stories. I mean, you look like you got an instrument there. Do you put on a performance?
Oh, I can do that anytime, and I don't... I just instantly whip around the instrument and start singing one of the lays of the Titan Slayers.
They stop. They say, hold. Tonight, we're throwing a party. Would you perform at our party?
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah. No, we're having
Prepare to have your pants locked off. Or your saris or whatever else you wear.
I'll put on 2 pairs of pants just in case.
Just in case. Good. Yeah, smart. And you it instantly.
Yeah. No, this is really cool. My name's Lara Songpearl. What's yours?
I kind of look, and there's another villain. I say, I am Isduriel of the House of Eldoin. This is Swell of Noel in particular. This is Zip, also of some island somewhere in here. And this is Bug of some other kingdom somewhere.
Okay. Well, yeah. Why don't you meet me out in front of there's like the far end of the village. There's a shack that's been painted purple. Meet me there at like about getting close to, maybe an hour past sunset, and I'll take you to the party.
Wonderful. I will see you there shortly.
Excellent. All right. And it's going to be great. Bring your friends. Bring drinks if you want. We'll have drinks and stuff there. So.
How old is this person?
They're also a teenager.
Okay.
You would guess maybe on the older end, like 16, maybe.
Okay.
It's hard to tell. So you guys finish your food and your water.
As soon as the person's walked away, I'm going to grab a Subaru by the arm and just be like, they want us to meet them in a creepy shack down on the edge of the village? What's up with that?
Yes. That's where all the good parties are, don't you know?
No. Oh, man.
You don't go... Look, there's 2 kinds of parties. There's either the ones that are very fancy and take place in someone's parents' mansion, or there are the parties that happen on the edge of town in the little warehouses that nobody knows unless you're very cool.
Yes, well, I mean, even I used to go to ones with my sister.
I mean, we used to just have bonfire parties on the beach, play music and hang out and stuff. I haven't been any to those house parties, though. And I'll look away a little bit mournfully. You think it'll be fun?
No, I think it's going to be full of posers, but what else are we
We'll
going to
see.
do while we're here?
I mean, they had the good taste to invite us, so. And then he looks at the other's clothing and says, "Well, the good taste to invite me."
Well, I mean, you guys think it's going to be all right. I don't party much. I usually,
Besides, well gifted. What could happen to us?
I mean, a lot of things, but it'll be fun. Like you said, it'll be fun. Alright. I'm gonna get the key to my room and go up there and, like, put all the stuff away. How much did it cost for my new pair of pants, by the way?
If you're just getting pants,
Just pants.
well, 1 gold.
1 gold. Okay.
They're very nice
Yeah.
pants, very durable pants.
Good. What I need. Pants that can take a
How
real
much would it have
beating.
been for the set of local clothing, nice local clothing, and the shiny rubber leather pants?
Say 8 gold.
This Burial's like a glam
Okay.
rocker with those, like, tight
Yes.
pants on.
And zip.
Before we head out to them, I'm definitely gonna like start do. I think do I have a disguise kit? I might have a disguise kit. I'm gonna use some of that to. Oh, I don't. Well, I'm sure I have makeup. Whatever. I'm gonna do a full face.
Like Ziggy Stardust, or like.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just-
Let's do actual like paint on the face and stuff.
All right. Zip, based on what you're drawing for the outfit, I'm going to give you the price of 5 gold.
Done. It's a deal.
All right. You guys, like, your legs have been tired from all the walking, but you're feeling more rested now. You know, so you spend some time in your either at the tavern or in your rooms, and it's the sun has gone down, and it's getting about time to go to the party. Anything anybody wanted to do before we get to the skip to you guys heading to the party?
I'm gonna warm up in the common room with the full outfit and makeup and everything, and just do some songs. Not actually asking for permission from anybody.
Okay.
Just gonna start playing.
Let's see a performance check.
16.
They love it. It's fantastic. They're so happy to have you here. You've got a big spender who's now putting on a big show, and they're throwing like flowers at you, and chanting your name and clapping along and stomping their feet to the beat. People are getting up and dancing.
Drinking the adulation, and then I slip out when the time is right.
All right.
Gotta leave them wanting more.
I'm actually going to change back into my evil elf costume.
Okay.
As much as I like these day glow clothes, my go-to move at parties is to just try and be as intimidating as possible so I don't have to talk to anyone.
Gotcha. All right. You guys make your way to this purple shack on the edge of town. It's actually like one of the higher levels, and you see the tri-horned Lara waiting for you, and she says, okay, we're gonna sneak out of town this way, come on. And there's like a bunch of crates that have been stacked up that get you up over the fence, heading out of the town the way that you didn't come in. It's like there's like on the other side, there's also like a walled-in fence and a door leading out. And she's like, come on, and hops up, and he's like, come on, and hops whoop, over the other side and disappears.
Wait, why do we need to sneak out of the town? Why can't we just walk out?
She's gone.
Hello?
Did we bring any weapons?
Because
I'm always packing heat.
Yeah. I am my own weapon.
I definitely would have like a dagger and at least one axe tucked into my evil elf costume.
I say that and just before I'm like, all right. And I have a boomerang tucked into my back. Boomerang pouch. Let's go. I'll hop over.
All right, Swell's the first one over.
Yeah, I'll hop over as well.
Zip.
All
You
right,
Squirrely
well,
on Bug, are you following?
yeah, I guess our friends are going. We have to go.
I'll bring up the rear.
All right. Lara leads you through some, like along the edge of the rocky side down to the tree line, and it's like, come on. And it's just like always a little bit too far ahead of you until you get to the tree line. It's like, okay, yeah, we're gonna go. The party's down by a graveyard. We're going to have a rave in the graveyard. Come on, let's go. And runs. It's like we don't. And she's talking while she's going rather quickly, saying we don't really bury our dead in like a proper graveyard, and we don't burn them. What we do is we put them in the roots of the elder tree. You guys know Lundariel, the tree god. Anyways, we just like we worship Lundariel, we put the dead in there and they feed on the roots and they make the tree stronger. It's a thing, but yeah, come on. And you guys can start hearing the music as you get closer, and you're hearing, songs that you have heard before when you've been in, a tavern or whatever. You're hearing like the song of like a great hero or whatever, but it's then being cut, and then another song starting, and then then it stops, and then another song starts, and then it's like it's being cut up and spliced together in a way that none of you have ever heard before. So this is sort of like, turntable mixing.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see that they've got these conch shells where the sounds are coming out, and they've got this big wheel, and they're pushing the different stuff. Like you guys have those tune discs that play music, but they're using this other strange contraption to play this music.
Okay.
And there are people just dancing around and singing, and like you see this huge tree where the roots come down, and amongst the roots are all these skeletons, and they're all the sort of people that you would see from the village. So there's dwarves and tabaxi and wanti and lizard people, and they're all like dancing, and people are like, oh hey, you brought them, they came, all right, welcome, we're having a crazy bashment. And there's just a lot of excitement going on, and people are, handing you things to drink, or, there's food there, and it's just some crazy party that's going on. How do you guys react to this?
I am absolutely thrilled, and I'm going to throw myself into the center of it immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna be like, yeah, this is awesome. I'm also like just being led by the people who are handing me food, drinks, I guess.
I'm just
I'm gonna scowl at everyone who talks to me and then go and stand in the corner.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand awkwardly in the midst of people for a minute, and then just kind of gradually make my way to the edge, and just kind of, when no one's looking, just kind of tip my drink out, and then like hold the empty cup in my hand.
Okay. So there's a drink that they're offering you that's there's something called cub wine, which is a non-alcoholic wine. It's for cubs, like little, like that, rather than big bears, it's like a cub wine. And they also have alcoholic beverages, and they have a special thing that they've cooked up for the party that's a strange drink that they won't tell you what's in it or what it does, but it's called Lundariel's Tears.
Gross. It makes me think of the skeletons in it.
Is anybody partaking in that?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll drink the tears.
Yeah, me too.
Delicious
So
and salty.
Okay, so anybody who takes a drink, I want you to roll a d10.
Yes.
Random tables.
3.
3.
I also got a 3.
Now I'm gonna make you reroll. We have to reroll. Everybody gets something different.
Okay.
So,
Mira.
Isburiel keeps the 3.
Okay.
Caitlin, can you give me a
Oh my
reroll
God.
for Zip?
Seriously? Another 3. Let me try again.
I got a 7. I got a 7.
6. There we go.
A 7 for Bug and 6 for Zip. Okay, so Isburiel, after you've been drinking it, you look around at people, and they all start to appear undead. Then you see people that look like ghouls and zombies and vampires and things, but they all smell fantastic. So like they smell like pumpkin spice vampires and like, you know, lavender ghouls. And like you blink your eyes and things look normal, and then like they get fuzzy again, and then like you can tell this is some sort of hallucination. But that is what you're currently experiencing. We had a 7 for Bug. You just start sweating so much, and you really need to drink more.
Oh man.
And all the drinks that you drink, you start having like the cup one, and they all taste like potato, like the best potato you've ever had.
Wow.
Somehow they've made potato into a drink.
That's called vodka. That's not good for someone.
Vodka
Also,
doesn't taste
isn't he like
potatoes.
12 years old? Let me take this off him.
I mean, I was thinking like taro bubble tea, but that works too.
This is non-alcoholic as well. But the cub
I
wine
mean-
they're drinking tastes like potatoes.
I mean, he like, they have different bodies than humans. The drinking age for
Bugbears.
bugbear is 2 years old.
They get weaned on whiskey.
Yeah. Bugbear milk is naturally fermented.
Zip, your skin to you looks completely silver. And you feel everything seems really slippery to you, like you keep feeling like you're going to drop something. All the stuff you're holding on to just ends up on the ground.
Wow.
So that's what you're experiencing. And then Izubriel, like there's a moment where they're like, oh, do you want to perform? Okay.
That's probably one of the first things I would have done, actually. I would have probably like done a song and then wandered off to have drinks and do everything else, but
Okay,
and come back for a bigger set.
They weren't stopping the music yet. They were like, you go on in a little bit. You go on in a little
Okay.
bit.
Okay.
And so now they're like, okay, they finished. Okay, you go up.
I will
And-
go up.
All right. Give me a performance check.
24.
24. Wow. This party, like it was here and you just brought it up to here. Like the people are just dancing crazily, madly, just really losing themselves in the music. And they're
Hello, the people of Thunder Root. How are you doing tonight? And he's gonna, like, completely work up the crowd.
Rio.
Yeah.
It's Rio. And
So glad to be here. You're all the best.
are you playing music that they would know?
I'll probably do a mix. I'll do some stuff that they would know, and then like I'll try, and at the very end I'll toss in something that's unfamiliar to anybody.
They're singing along to like the songs that you think people in this corner of the world, having been visited by lots of people from the Vasilic Kingdom, would know.
Mhm.
So you're singing those. They love them. They know the words. And the other ones that they don't know the words, they're still swaying to the music, tapping their feet, trying to figure out the chorus so they can join in, but they don't know the words, so they're just kind of like just a little bit too late with the words.
Yeah.
But they're trying. While this is going on, Swell, are you doing anything other than just standing there looking really awkward?
And just kind of like nodding my head in time with the music. Yeah, just like
Okay.
yeah, just being very awkward. Awkward teenage boy.
At some after the performance, actually, if he's still doing that, I'm gonna try and pull Swell and like introduce him to people and like teach him how to talk. Because he's so awkward, it's making him sad. I was like, you came in with me. I can't be seen around people like this.
He's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. Let's. Yeah, if you drag him along, he's just gonna say yes and go with it.
Okay, I'm gonna try and find him people who seem to be friendly and able to talk and like willing to try and draw him out of shell and then.
You find some other people that are on the edge of the party who are like talking and having really animated conversations rather than dancing, and so you can pull them into one of those, and they're talking about some sort of deep philosophical idea about like oh man, if it's true that the Titans are like wake up to destroy us, to set nature back to the way it should be, then maybe we should just let them rampage. It's like, no, you don't understand. The Titans are a destructive force that we have to stop. It's like a test that we have to best the test. So that's why they've got to go out and stop them. You can't just let them. Nature doesn't let it go rampant. Nature stops itself. There's the alpha predator that's higher up that's got to take it down, the apex predator. You know what I'm saying? And they're having this crazy conversation. Are you going to leave them with them, or are you going to move on to someone else?
Can I check Swell's temperament, inclination toward this conversation?
You can see he's interested. He's just like, because he knows a little bit about the Titans, having been raised by a Titan Slayer. And he's kind of like, he wants to interject with something, but he's also a little bit...
I'll just barge in and say something along the lines of, I think that's right, because we'd have much fewer stories if people weren't stopping the Titans for one thing, and that would just be terrible. There'd be no Alt anymore if we weren't here. And also, if we are here, we're part of nature, right? Storms are a bad thing, but they are part of life, and so we learn how to build things against it and to cope with them. My friend Swell here is a cleric of storm, so he can say a lot about that. And then run off at the next
Sunda
gap.
teaches us that, in order to weather the storm, you got to build you got to be strong. You got to be a bastion, right? So like when those waves like crash against you, you can like withstand it. And same kind of goes for the Titans, right? Like if they come along and they're like just like wrecking stuff, we got to be strong enough to like stop them, because we're meant to be here. We're part of the natural order of things too, like, man. And you'll start engaging in the conversation.
Right.
Go on.
They start counter. One of them counters it like Titans aren't part of the natural structure. They don't actually belong here on the planet. They're not supposed to be. They're like aliens. And then the other guy's like, no, they're not. They were here long before us. They were under the ground, and we've unleashed them. We're the aliens.
Do we?
And like they're getting into weird theories.
Do I have like a good idea of where the Titans actually come from? Like
you don't know. No, nobody knows.
Okay. And if I go like, well, look, man, if they actually are like aliens, like, man, that's even weirder, really. And they like shouldn't be here, I guess. Like, we're the natural ones. Yeah, like alien. I just want to say how nice it is that everyone bought outfits that are suitable for a rave, especially Bug, who's got a hat now.
Isabel's also going to go around and check on Zip, make sure she's not getting into any fights that are boring.
Zip is
only
100% trying to fight everyone that gets near her.
Yeah.
I'm imagining what happened is that she probably, like, because her hands are all slippery or whatever, she probably, like, spilled a drink on someone, was like, hey, what the hell, man? Like, I was trying to hold on to that. Why'd you bump into me?
I want to try and sort of Goldberg the social stuff going on so that she ends up getting into a fight with someone who looks tough and like they're closer to the top of the pecking order here. Is that possible?
So you can find somebody who is like a this big surly dwarf who, she's really, seems to be holding court a little bit. And so you can tell that they're a little bit popular, and they're also like built like a house, and they're like just drinking this Lundario's tears with they don't seem to be bothered by it at all. So you could bring that's one person. And then you also see some people when they're dancing are doing more of an aggressive dance. They're doing kind of a slam dancing thing. And because the music's changed now that you're gone, they're playing music that's more like rock music, more like smashy, stompy stuff. And people are, smashing, stomping, running into each other. But it's all good-natured stuff. Like there isn't like that really mean, I'm trying to hurt somebody stuff. It's I'm just going to throw myself, like a trust fall almost, where like, I'm going to throw myself and you're going to bounce off of me and it will be fun.
Can I take Zip's temperature and see if she's in a mean mood? Or a not so mean energy mood?
Yeah.
If I like stop by and kind of just like, so, what are you doing?
What are you doing, huh? What do you mean, what am I doing?
I'm talking to people and meeting everyone. I'm looking at this dance floor. I've never really seen dancing like that.
I'm gonna like drop my drink on you and be like, why is everything here so slippery? I don't get it.
I just kind of start to say, oh, I should get you another drink and maybe over to the edge. And I start trying to guide her toward the dwarf holding court.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll kind of like stumble along as you push me. Like, hey, get off me! Stop pushing me! Jeez, what are you, my sister?
Is from what I gather, your sister is tall and strong and beautiful from all the things, cutting things that you see about her. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. She's way cooler than you. She's way cooler than any of you. And I'm gonna point to the big tall dwarf. She's way taller than you. I bet she'd beat you in a fight. I bet I could beat you in a fight.
I step back.
That's not false. You want to go?
Yeah, I'll just run at her.
Then leave.
Wait.
And then you run at and try and attack, and she is going to try and get out of the way. So roll to hit.
I'm gonna, oh my god, fight! And I'll look around for Bug.
Okay.
Only a 10.
10. So you run, and you, like, everything's slippery, including the ground, and you just kind of wipe out, and she, like, steps out of the way. It's like, no bad vibes here. You're going to fight? You go out. I don't care who you are.
You're just a coward. Come on, let's take it outside. I bet I could beat you out there or in here.
We're outside. We're in the jungle.
Yeah, well, take it outside the jungle. I could beat you in the jungle, or I could beat you outside the jungle.
If we step outside of the circle here, we can maybe get a little bit of the fisticuffle entertainment. Or are you afraid to face my friend Zip?
They give you they have a cup of water and they hand it to Zip and says, here, you need to drink this. You need to calm down.
I'll like drink it all and then like toss it away.
Are you saying she isn't handling her Lundario's tears well?
No, I guess not. First
yeah,
time.
I already drank like 5 of those cups of tears or whatever. I could drink more. Just give me more. Come on, I could drink you all under the table.
Maybe that's the best idea. Here, have another one. And they give you another one. Roll another d10.
10? 10.
10. You feel at this point, you feel calm and relaxed and a strong connection to this tree, and you think to the phantom tree Lundariel, and you think you're actually somehow communing with a god, and you might be able to even ask it a question and have it answer you.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna is the tree, so the tree has skeletons in it, is that right?
In the roots, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like, if you can imagine, here's the tree, and here are the roots underneath it, and this is a cliff. So the roots are sort of exposed and go down on a diagonal,
And are
And
we
people are-
underneath it?
and you're in front of it on the ground or up on the hill beside it.
Okay, so all the skeletons are within reach, basically, is what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna climb up to one of the skeletons, and I'm gonna imagine that it's the god, and I'm gonna kind of take its hand in my hand and be like,
I should say the god is a tree.
yeah, but the
It's a ghost tree.
skeleton
Okay.
in my mind is the personification of the god.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be kissing its bony hand, being like, Lundariel, please help us all defeat the Titans. And then I'm gonna slump over.
Okay.
And be cradling.
What question are you going to ask, though?
What question am I gonna ask?
Yeah.
Let me think about it.
So, you wanted to check in on Bug?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, my goal is to make sure that my party is representing well. And, if they have fun, that's hopefully something along the way, but...
So, Bug, what are you doing?
So I've been drinking a lot of this delicious drink, and I was like, "Wow, this is delicious. This is delicious." And then I just keep grabbing all the different drinks that people offer me, and and I'm unable to. My stomach is so big, I'm unable to walk.
And it doesn't matter what they hand you, it always tastes like potato.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
So I find Bug somewhere, slumped in a corner, just round and tubby.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna, I guess, kind of just try and prop him upright and put the head down low so he's a little bit less recognizable. Are you still conscious?
Yeah, I'm still drinking.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, here, look, have some. This is delicious. This
Bug
is the
is
best potato drink I've ever had.
Potato
Bug is
thing.
really sweaty too.
Yeah, I'm sweaty.
I kind of take a sip out of curiosity.
It tastes like whatever he offered you. So if it was water, it tastes like water. If it was cub wine, it tastes like grape juice.
I kind of peer in his eyes and pull one out. I'll check his pupils.
The pupils are tear-shaped.
Ah. Odd. And I just kind of try and leave him to his devices, but pull some leaves. So if there's any nearby shrubs or something, just kind of pull them down. He's not quite so visible.
Okay. The chameleon comes over and says to you, "Would you mind doing a duet with me?" And she pulls out a flute, but it's made from a bone.
Not at all. This is a beautiful instrument.
Oh, thank you very much. It was a gift from another traveler passing through. What type of song do you want to do?
I'm gonna look at the people. Is the mood pretty high right now?
It's the the aggressive slam dancing people are just starting to wind down and have maybe run out of energy.
Mm-hmm. I'll say name a song that is relatively high energy but less aggressive and more just like fun. So.
Okay. How about the Ballad of Doomhilda?
Sounds good. Sounds great.
Right.
And it goes like, and then I'll kind of play a little run of it just to make sure we're thinking the same thing. And if she says yeah, then.
So the crowd starts singing along, and they're like, I'm not even bragging, but I fought a dragon. I brought the beast home in my big brown wagon, and I wasn't frightened when I fought a titan. I learned a something or two about fighting. I unriddled the sphinx with my smarts and my thinks to let her down easy. I took her for drinks on the ever-loving Valkyrie, part hero, part banshee. The heralds call me Doomhilda. The stories are sure to have thrilled ya. And the people are just joining in this song where everybody's like, oh yeah, they know this story about this is one of the land's greatest heroes. And she starts playing her flute, and like, it seems all like the stuff that you've been drinking, you don't know if it's a hallucination, but it's like the music notes start seeming to come out of it and dancing around. There's something extraordinary about the music she's playing. And
That's an awesome. Yes.
so this is what the sort of the party is like. And then the skeletons, some of them start to pop out and start coming towards you. And these are not the ones that you've been hallucinating. Like, this kind of what you experience, but everybody else, Zip, Swell, Bug, you see this too. You're at a party, you're messed up, and the dead have started to come to life, and everybody in the party is starting to freak out, including Laura. And that's where we're going to leave it.
Oh, so they weren't supposed to come to life.
No. They were not expecting that.
I definitely spend a moment like looking at that, and then I kind of look around at the other people to see how I should be reacting. Before. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of like looking at everyone else, just kind of trying to gauge how they're reacting. And I think they're freaking out, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Everyone just kind of starts going, what the hell?
Yeah, there's like a big ah! And that's where we're gonna end it.
Okay. It's lucky I'm a second level cleric.
Gosh, what could that do?
Can make people undead, right? You can turn undead.
Turn them into undead.
Oh, so you spin them around. You make them spin.
I turn them right around, baby.
Spin right around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a conch shell record baby right around.
Anybody have a favorite moment from tonight's game?
I liked shopping.
Shopping
Oh,
episodes.
yeah, the outfits are good.
Everybody's outfits are great.
I wanted to do more shopping, but I didn't want to like get bogged down in all that stuff. But I did enjoy it a lot. It was fun. I wish we could have spent more time. Sorry?
I think the shopping episode isn't as bad when you're drawing what you're shopping. If you're just talking about it, maybe it's a little drier.
Yeah.
And if it's things like, I'm going to get 6 potions, and how much is an axe? That's not as fun as like, oh, do they have running shoes in this world?
I do. My favorite part is that like everyone drew stuff except for me because I just bought pants. But the clothes they bought were like clothes you'd wear to a rave. So even Zip's like multiple belt pants, and Boy's like cap and sneakers and stuff.
You didn't know you were going to be invited to a party.
No, we did not.
Just have good instincts. I definitely enjoyed trying to social machinate the party.
Yeah, that was fun.
The party and the party.
Yes, it was like a moment for East Boreal to shine.
I appreciate this. The jungle is not his favorite terrain.
You and Me says, shopping episode was so cute. Love the canon existence of sneakers. And then Oof Kase, or Eric, said, if they don't make sneakers, what do rogues wear?
Touche.
Slippers.
What was that, Brian?
They can slip in and out of the scene.
Actually, I think given that we're all artists, they all wear Skechers.
Ah.
On that note, I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, well, thank you everybody for joining us on our wacky adventure this week into shopping and dancing and partying and teenagers. We hope you will join us next week. And if you're not already following us on Twitch, please do that. It doesn't cost you anything to just click the follow button, and we could use some more followers. And other than that, we should do our regular outros. So let's start with Boya.
Yeah, so I'm Boya. I just work on 5 Worlds every day and other freelance, so check out my work on my Instagram. I guess we have the link below. So thanks for watching.
Priscilla.
Hi, I'm Priscilla. I am an artist who freelances for tabletop and book covers. You can find my work at priscillakim.com and find me on Twitter at autumnflame.
And Kate, are you going to be streaming? No streaming tonight?
I'm not.
Okay.
I have taken a break from that for a bit. But...
Okay. Caitlin.
Thanks for watching, guys. I've been Caitlin playing Zip. I don't have anything to plug today, so just thanks for watching. Tune back in next week.
Matt.
Hey, yeah, I've been Matt playing Swell. Yeah, follow me at MKHottie on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.
And I'm Brian. I'm at McLaughlin Brian on Twitter, where I've been posting for the last few days some ideas of what the rest of the world of Magical Marker might look like, figuring out maybe what the elves' homes and the dwarves' homes look like. I didn't factor in how a triangular door opens yet. I'll have to, maybe tomorrow morning I'll draw that as my breakfast sketch.
Also, does anyone build their triangle doors upside down?
Right.
Like that?
I think
I don't know.
absolutely some of them do.
Does it make it easier to get in? Probably not.
Yeah, it's a good question that until you actually build something, I guess I don't really think of it. I find I tend to think of my art in a very flat 2-dimensional world, not a 3-dimensional thinker, unfortunately. Rube Goldberg machines wreck me. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and may your markers be magical. Good night, everyone.
Hi, guys.
Night.
Night. Bye.